What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Just finished watching the match and Barcelona beat Real Mallorca by 1-0 at the Montjuic. An absolute battering by Barcelona on the night, having 40 total shots in this game. We had a bit of an off night in the final third, but we still got the one important decisive goal. Our best performance since that first leg against Borussia Dortmund in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, and one win closer to that league title. The starting lineup for this match is on the screen for you right now. It was Wojciech Szczesny in goal, a back four of Eric Garcia at right back, Ronaldo Araujo as a right center back, Inigo Martinez as left side center back, and Hector Fort at left back. A midfield three of Gavi, Pedri, and Dani Olmo. Front three of Lamine Yamal, Ferran Torres, and Ansu Fati. So 7 total changes from the previous match on Saturday against Celta Vigo. Heavy rotation by Flick. It looks like it came up big anyways. The only goal scored in this match was scored by Dani Olmo yet again this season, coming in clutch and scoring big goals. Got, of course, that big goal against Vallecano, Las Palmas away, just off the top of my head. And this is, of course, another one to add to the collection. It was straight from kickoff, to be honest. Barcelona pressed well, took their time in possession, pushed forward down the right hand side. Eric Garcia found some space, put in a good ball forward. Dani Olmo had a big heavy touch inside the box. No Mallorca defenders pressed him, went for the shot, scored. Beautiful finish from him. Got a bit lucky again with that heavy touch that no Mallorca players did defend it, but of course we will absolutely take it. Scored the only goal, and of course confirmed Barcelona's 3 vital points. So overall, the team performance rating on the night, I'm giving it a very strong 7 out of 10. You're probably wondering, Barca Boy, you said it's our best performance since Dortmund first leg. Why is it only a 7? The finishing was lacking. If we scored maybe even another goal or two, this performance is definitely pushing an 8 out of 10 for me, for sure. I think Mallorca got lucky. I think the scoreline does flatter them quite a bit. We absolutely battered them. They had, I think, maybe 2 chances at goal besides the one goal that they scored that was offside. We absolutely peltered their goal. Their backup goalkeeper, of course, no minutes whatsoever this season, comes in the first game against Barcelona and drops an absolute masterclass. Where have I seen this story before? Oh, I know, it happens every time. I do want to compare the performance. I think having this much rotation and still playing well, probably playing, of course, our best football in a few games now, is absolutely fantastic to see. The squad players, you could say, technically came up big. Ansu, Fort, Eric, Ronald, Ferran, of course, Dani Olmo coming back into the team as well. All these players put in a shift and a half. Do want to also give some massive credit as well for Hansi Flick for trusting the team. He was saying before the game that, look, with the amount of games coming up, we have to rotate this heavily, unfortunately. So it kind of sounds like he doesn't want to do it, but the fact that he has done it shows trust in his players and in his team. And again, the performance so well. We had some nice fluid football, nice attacking transitions, had so many chances. Gavi hitting the post, also almost got a goal. Ferran, Araujo missing an open net as well. There were so many opportunities. I was very disappointed in the fact that we did go 0-0 at halftime. But I will say this, once we scored that goal, kind of dropped off a little bit. That last 20 minutes was just Barcelona having a dogfight, just trying to keep the lead. Looked like we weren't going to score another goal at that point, just trying to defend well. We gave away some silly free kicks to invite pressure from Mallorca. Probably in the second half, they had no chances that I was really afraid of. They had some open headers that, you know, they didn't put on target, which were nice, from the corner kick and from that cross down the right-hand side into Kyle Larin. But apart from that, I think the team really pulled in a solid shift today. Very nice to see a good performance like this, especially ahead of the Copa del Rey final this weekend. And again, putting all the pressure on Real Madrid tomorrow against Getafe. Hopefully Getafe, these freaking bastards, can do us a favor. They always, you know, pull up against us and, you know, give us a hard 90 minutes. Hopefully at least they do the same thing with Madrid. But again, very happy with the performance. And some individuals as well really came in and put in, you know, a display that is going to, of course, hopefully cause Hansi Flick some headaches. But again, doing this under the floodlights as well. Very late kickoff at the Montjuic. Quick turnaround. I think you had to really highlight and commemorate the performance on the pitch. And with that being said, I will, of course, give the team performance rating on the night a 7 out of 10. Just really lacked overall finishing in the final third. Let's now get into the players' individual player ratings. We're talking about the goalkeeper, Wojciech Szczesny in goal, 7 out of 10. Finally got the clean sheet for the first time since God knows how long. He did 6 goals in his last 2 games, but kept a clean sheet tonight. Came out for some good crosses in that opening 20-25 minutes from the in-swingers from Mallorca to stop some potential scoring opportunities. Apart from that, had a solid shift. I think from the half an hour mark in the first half until full time, didn't have to really do anything. Came and collected a couple of crosses, took some goal kicks. Pretty quiet day overall for Tech in goal at the opposite day. So 7 out of 10. easy money for him. And just about partnership, of course, in front of him, first on the right-hand side, it was Ronald Araujo, the captain on the night. I'll give him an average 6 out of 10. I thought, of course, he played okay. His passing, quite embarrassing yet again. Missed, of course, that huge chance in the first half to put us 1-0 up. Again, we draw this game 0-0. We draw this game 1-1. I'm looking at him. He's missing an open net as a professional football player, earning the highest wage at Barcelona. I don't care if you're a center back, a right back, a goalkeeper, open net. You've got to bury the chance. I think he defended very, very well. Of course, had a big task dealing with Kyle Larin. I think he defended very well early on the ground. That just, some of the decision making, he was just straight up, a natural defender today. When in doubt, booted out. I don't even think he even attempted barely any passes out from the back whatsoever in this game, but that's probably his assignment today. Deal with Kyle Larin. If you get the ball, just boot it. Don't worry about possession and build up play, especially when Mallorca are in transition. So thought he had a good shift. You could definitely give him a 7. Maybe I'll be a bit bitter with that missed chance, but I think overall had a solid game. Of course, blocked that. I gotta give him a highlight for blocking that chance from Mallorca down the right hand side when Larin was going through. He blocked the cross and then the rebound as well. That was a huge intervention to prevent a goal scoring chance. So shout out to the Uruguayan today. Average 6 out of 10 from me. His partner, of course, on the left hand side was Inigo Martinez, 7 out of 10 for me. The reason why I give him a higher rating is, of course, for that passing out from the back ability. If you watch the game, and of course, if you even seen the highlights, you can see that everything in the back line went through Ini. The passing out from the back is always with him. When Pedri and Gavi lost the ball, they wouldn't give it to Araujo, they would give it to Ini. Same with Eric as well. Same with Hector Ford. They all went down the side of Inigo, and I think he did everything that Araujo did early. Was solid on the ground as well. Had some great clearances. He had to, of course, deal with Samu, that physical midfielder on the right hand side. So dealt with a lot of long balls over the top from there as well. So basically everything except with Araujo, same with Ini. But the reason why he gets that higher rating for me is for the passing ability that he did help out a lot in build up play in this game. Of course, after his stinker in the last game, much better performance here tonight. Into the fullbacks now. First on the right hand side, Eric Garcia, 7 out of 10 from me. Solid game from him. Of course, got the assist for the only goal scored for Dani Olmo. I thought the first half he played pretty well. His passing was absolutely disgustingly bad. First half, I'm probably looking at him at 5 out of 10. It was that poor. I don't think he played badly. I think he defended well, held the position well, did kind of the role of the position well, made some nice overlapping runs, looked pretty good. But just his passing, he tried to do these over the top through balls, these inside through balls that just were either being overhit or underhit. It was absolutely disgusting. But second half was very, very solid. Clear what he had to clear. It was nice and build up play. Definitely a solid option to have at right back, as you know, second or third choice after Kounde and probably Hector Ford. I think Hector Ford had to, of course, compensate for the left hand side today, but decent cameo for his first game for Barcelona at right back that I can think of off the top of my head, but got the assist as well. So shout out to him. Very, very good performance over the course of the 90 minutes. At left back, of course, it was your boy Hector Ford. I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. I thought he had a solid game. He was being more tenacious, was very, forward thinking, defended pretty well a lot from the long balls. That offside as well that Mallorca scored, that he barely keeps him offside. So if he keeps him onside, he's getting big penalties for that. Just kept him off, which of course was good. I thought he had an overall good game. Looked a bit techy, which you'd like to see. He had some technical quality. Not really a big fan of the right-footed left back. It's very, very evident how hard it is for him to play there in that position. But I still think overall he's better than Trans Martin in that position than at left back than Martin, but I still think overall good shift from him, and hopefully this cameo was enough for him to get maybe more minutes in the future. I think he definitely passed the test in terms of how to play, so solid 7 out of 10 from me. Into the midfield now, first in the pivot, it was of course Gavi, 7 out of 10 from me. Didn't do anything technically. I think alongside Eric Garcia, his passing in the first half was absolutely atrocious, but the energy that he has in there, the tenacity, the intensity, keeping up the pressure as well, getting stuck in, had a lot of tactical fouls, a lot of good fouls that were clean that helped Barcelona transition into a counterattack. On the ball was really solid as well, was helping him build a play. Just that passing in the first half wasn't the best for me in terms of the wrist passes. So in behind into Lamine, in the middle to Ferran, or out wide to Ansu or Ford. Those ones were a lot of them went begging, but I think off the ball work was fantastic, and on the ball work in the second half was great. So a solid cameo from him. Gonna give him a 7 out of 10. Pivot partner, of course, in the 8 was Pedri. 8 out of 10 for me, my man of the match. Definitely without a shadow of a doubt the best player on the pitch tonight. Dropped an absolute masterclass. His control, his vision, his tempo was sublime. Passing today was a bit off from him. He did have a few misplaced passes that weren't that great. I remember 2 off the top of my head that led to decent chances from Mallorca. I think one of them he actually won back, and the other one I think Inigo dealt with it in the end. But apart from that, And then, again, a goal or assist, he touched a 9, 10 out of 10 performance. He was that good tonight. I think he controlled absolutely everything. Everything in that first half was going through him. The dictation of the tempo, finding the vision, spraying the passes, the control that he had on the ball today, the touches he had on the ball today were absolutely wowzers, orgasmic to say the least. So phenomenal performance from Pedri. 8 out of 10 from me, and my man of the match. Final midfielder, of course, in the 10 was Dani Olmo. We're going to give Dani Olmo a 7 out of 10. Thought he had a good cameo. Of course, I love the winning goal, which of course is going to be the talking point. You can just see the difference that Dani Olmo makes. I think his quality and technique is fantastic. Had a few chances in the first half, which I expect him to do better in certain scenarios. Should have scored that shot from the Trivela pass from Lamine. But didn't really have too many other chances. The touch, the turn, and the finish was great for the goal. Not the touch, the touch was quite heavy, but the turn and the control was solid. Of course, only played an hour as well, so can't really give him a higher rating from that. But decent cameo from him, nice little cheeky warm-up minutes for the Copa del Rey final this weekend, which hopefully he ends up cooking in. Finally, then I'll get into the wingers, the forward, should I say? Sorry, first on the left-hand side, it was Ansu Fati, ole ole. Could not believe he played 7 out of 10, man. Thought he looked really good, looked sharp, looked like he had top fitness, had some good opportunities to score as well. That shot where he slipped, I think he would have at least put that shot on target if he didn't end up slipping. Looked very. The last time we saw Ansu start was, I believe, October, November. We were playing a home game. I forget who we were playing. And he didn't have a really great cameo. Got hooked, I think, at halftime or at the hour mark. It wasn't really playing that great. This, for me, was a much better performance. Looked hungry, looked sharp. Disappointed with Flynn to take him off. I thought he was definitely the better of the 3 forwards, to be honest, during the hour mark. But, of course, pecking order has to come in, unfortunately. But very good cameo from him. Had some good dribbling. Chance creation was very good from him as well. Created a lot of chances in that first half, especially in the box too, I believe, like Gavi, Varane. Did he have one for Pedri as well? I don't think so. I think he gave that pass where Gavi hit the post, but I think overall strong cameo from Ansu, and hopefully more to come for the rest of the season. On the wing on the right hand side was, of course, Lamine Yamal. I'm gonna give him an average 6 out of 10. Thought he played well overall. Of course, I do have a bit higher standards for Lamine, but again, the chances he missed today, he took a lot of finesse shots from distance, because of course the space was open for him a lot of times. None of them were on target. I'm not asking him to score those wonder goals, of course, but you have to put them at least on target, especially when you're having 3 or 4 of those a game. Like, he of course had that shot that was saved, that Adho missed the open net for. That was good. Of course, missed that 1v1 that would have killed the game. He was onside for that as well, so greatly well timed. But again, I'm really just bitter about his finishing today, and we're gonna need a lot more from him, especially with Lewandowski being out, because I don't think Ferran Torres is going to do quite much, but hopefully Lamine can pick it up. Hopefully, this is just a little practice for him for the upcoming matches. But again, lack of finishing today is what might really disappointing from him. But the play transition, his dribbling, of course, was fantastic. Achieved a couple of nutmegs here and there, which of course there's big praise for that. But overall, solid from him, just a lack of finishing, so I will give him a 6 out of 10. And last but not least, of course, is up front. Ferran Torres, give him an average 6 out of 10 as well. I think he should have scored that chance he had, the first chance that Barcelona had, that shot from outside the box after Dani Olmo made a fantastic dummy run to attract the defender and create the space. I think Gavi slipped it in Ferran shoots it, and every time Ferran shoots, for some sort of reason, he falls. I don't know if he needs to fall to get more bent on the ball. I don't know what is happening with that, but should have scored that. Apart from that, didn't really have. He had pretty much a Lewandowski shift, a graveyard shift, hold up play, trying to control the long balls from Szczesny. Didn't really have too many other chances apart from that. Actually, he did have one chance where he darted down the right hand side and took a very terrible shot instead of maybe stopping and crossing it in or cutting it back to Eric or Lamine. But hopefully just some again, cheeky minutes for him at striker to hopefully do well against Madrid and Inter. But didn't have too many chances, to be fair to him. Had I think probably 2 chances, but he should have done much better with. But again, we'll give him an average 6 out of 10. And last but not least, of course, are the substitutions. The subs were Raphinha, Fermin, Pau Victor, Gerard Martin, and Frankie de Jong. I don't know if Frankie de Jong touched the ball or not. Pau Victor actually looked pretty decent. I think he had 2 decent chances on goal, which the keeper made saves from. I think Fermin looked alright. Rafa looked alright. Nothing really too crazy for the subs today. I think they were mainly just to provide freshness in the team, which of course you're not going to complain about too much. I think Pau Victor was definitely the most impactful one in my opinion, but all came in putting us all a shift. And last but not the least is, of course, the manager, Hansi Flick, who tonight for me will be getting an 8 out of 10. Of course, made 7 rotations, still got the win, got the clean sheet, made all 5 substitutions as well. We played our best, football game for the first time in a few games as well. I think he managed the game very well. We're close to 90. Love the fact they didn't make any rash substitutions at halftime as well. Stick with the same team that we're playing well. My only real criticism for him today is really, of course, no more goal score, which isn't really down to him. That's why I gave him a higher rating than the team. Taking off Ansu, come on, the stadium, the fans watching at home, they all just wanted to see Ansu. He was playing well. I mean, if he was playing bad, I would have no problem with that. But the fact that he was playing well, he took him off, was a bit annoying. Maybe not giving, Christensen or maybe Pablo Torres 7 minutes, but I understand why, because again, the game was getting a bit tight and, at the end, and you wanted to have a bit more experience, so don't mind that. I think he managed the game very, very well. The fact that he made 7 changes to the lineup and still got the win is absolutely monumentally huge. A shout out for him for trusting the team and the players as well. So overall tonight for Flick, 8 out of 10. Lovely jubbly. So that was my match review for Barcelona versus Real Mallorca in La Liga. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, make sure you drop a like down below, and of course in the comments down below as well. Let me know your thoughts on everything we did discuss. The main thing I want to firstly, of course, is your thoughts on the performance, your player ratings, and your manager rating as well. And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.
Yeah.